What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today, oh man, do I got a lot of goodies. I have a ton of goodies. Most of it I purchased myself. A couple things I was actually sent. But every year I purchase something pen related for my birthday. And this time I got a pen, I got some ink, I got some other stuff. So we're good. Normally I will purchase stuff from a couple different retailers because usually they give you some sort of like discount or something for your birthday. But this year, the only place that had any kind of thing for your birthday was Goulet Pens. And every year they offer, assuming you're signed up for their newsletter, they offer 8 ink samples for free. Now it's a random ink sample pack. You can't like choose what it is. Sort of a, you can't like choose your own adventure. It's just sent to you. But I've done it now for the past 4 years, maybe 5 years, something like that. And I think it's fun because usually I end up getting samples of stuff that I would never buy myself. And a couple of them are definitely samples that I would never buy myself. So let's start with that since that was free. And it got Diamine Prussian Blue, which is kind of cool. Diamine Shimmering Seas, which I would never buy because it has glitter in it. So you can actually see all the glitter at the bottom there. So it's just a blue ink with some gold shimmer. I don't enjoy shimmering inks, but I do from time to time use them with glass dip pens. Then I got Diamine Evergreen, which is kind of sticking to the vial there, but it's dark green. These 3 thus far I've never used before. Diatramentis Document Purple Violet. So that's cool. I don't know much about the document inks, but I believe they are like very permanent inks. So that would be very interesting to swab up. I will swab up all of these samples, by the way, because I even purchased some, and you'll see that at the end after I talk about the stuff that was sent to me. So it looks like a very vibrant purple. Then I was sent a sample of an ink I have actually purchased the entire bottle of, Lamy Turquoise, which actually was going to be kind of interesting. I might swab this up next to the one with my bottle and see if the bottle, which I've had for about 5 years, is a different color than this, just to see if it's aged differently. Who knows? Since I have it. Noodler's Dragon's Fire. So this one has some shimmer in it as well. It's like a super like vibrant orange with like gold glitter in it. And then I have just plain Jane Lamy Blue, which I assume is the same thing that comes in all of their cartridges. And then I have a Pelikan Edelstein Adventurine sample, which I've used before. So those were the 8 that were sent to me. Now I purchased 4 on my own. I purchased Sailor Magno Ume, which is a red color. I purchased Sailor Magno Kuzu, which I believe I've had before. I'm almost positive I have, but I just don't quite remember. And then I've purchased 2 samples that I know for sure I've had before because I've actually gone through 2 full bottles of the ink already. But I didn't really want to buy another bottle of both of them, especially this one, which is Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo, because I don't really use magenta colors very often, but I wanted it in my possession again because it is one that I do like to use from time to time. But I found towards the end of the bottle, like the second half of the bottle, I was kind of forcing myself to. And I think the only reason why I really even used up the entire bottle was because it was like one of the very first bottles I ever purchased. So I didn't have many ink choices at the time. And then the other one is Konpeki Pilot Iroshizuku. And you'll notice this has a lot less in it because I've already inked it up. And I've inked it up in a pen that I will show you momentarily. So those are all of the ink samples. With Goulet Pens order, any Goulet Pen order, you do get a free Tootsie Pop. You get a little card saying who packed it, and then you do get a free sticker. And they sent a little sticker of a Pilot Ito Shizuku bottle. I actually have purchased the full-size version of this at a much earlier date, but I did purchase one of their newer stickers, which is of the Pilot E95S, and it's kind of like holographic almost. It looks so sick. And then I purchased 3 bottles of inks, even though I said, if you watched my ink collection video, that I wasn't going to buy very many inks. I did buy three bottles, but they're small bottles. So I purchased Sailor 123. I already have Sailor 224, but I really like the chromochromatic, the multicolored inks, essentially, because in my Pilot Custom 912 with a falcon nib and ebonite feed, these work beautifully in them, and I absolutely love it. I even have some Troublemaker inks, which you'll see later, that goes really, really, really great in that pen. And it is the first pen that I'm actually thinking of buying a second version of, just again, identical. Like, I literally want 2 because it's always inked up. And then I bought 2 of these smaller Diamine ink bottles of the Ancient Copper and Earl Grey. Earl Grey because I don't use grays very often, but I do like Earl Grey. But I would never use like an entire 80 ml bottle of it. And then Ancient Copper because I've gone through now the 30 ml that I had from several years ago, and I like the color quite a bit. It can get a little inky, like crusty sometimes, but I like it anyways. And then I did purchase 1 pen, and I purchased that pen from Benu, and I'm a little upset. I am upset because I literally was going to purchase the Benu Euphoria Cookies and Cream from Goulet Pens, and like a flippin' week before I was going to order it, it's gone. And I can't get it now. And they said in one of their pen casts, like forever ago, that they may get another shipment in, but probably not. And if they do, it would probably be their other version that they made. So I'm kind of annoyed and a little bit gutted that I missed out on it. But I picked up the Briolette, which I have never used a Briolette model from them before. These are the smaller ones with the smaller nib, the number 5 size nib, which admittedly looks teeny tiny on this pen. But surprise, it's already inked up, actually with Diamine Ancient Copper. And spoiler for the review that's coming, it writes really well. But this is one of their luminous ones, so the ends here kind of glow in the dark. But I just really liked the finish. I think it goes really nicely with the Euphoria Bourbon that I have. So that is the order that I placed from Goulet Pens. My birthday is in the middle of January. It's January 15th, but it takes about 3 weeks for any order from Goulet to make it to me here in Canada, between just regular shipping and customs and the holidays and all that kind of good stuff. So I've had it for a couple of days now. And I also bought, I forgot, because I have my ink samples in it. I also bought their ink sample holder, which has like their logo here on the end. I used to have their old ones that you had to like construct yourselves. These are the newer ones. I like it quite much better. It's still plastic, but it is better constructed. It's a slightly slimmer profile, which I like, and it does actually hold more ink samples because I have far too many ink samples. I've got like 1 billion of them, including these that I just got. I probably have close to like 70, and this holds 40, I believe. This holds 40. So what I'm going to do at some point over the next day or two is go through all the samples that I have, and decide the 40 that I'm going to keep, because I know I have some samples of ink that I don't like, that have just come either randomly, or I've changed my mind on them, or I thought I would try them but don't like them, so I've only inked it up once, so like I have half of a sample left, that kind of stuff. I'm going to pare it down to the 40. So this is going to be my limit. I'm not allowed to buy any samples until I have room to physically store them in this holder. That is how I'm going to rein in my ink sample obsession. So there's that. So yeah, those are everything that I've purchased for my birthday. Now I did get sent some goodies, and as I'm now going to be facing away from you, I mentioned that I got some troublemaker inks, and these were sent to me. So Elia Note, E-L-I-A Note, N-O-T-E, is a company that I have reviewed many, many years ago. A notebook company based out of Malaysia. I've reviewed them many, many years ago, and their notebook was dynamite. It was one of my favorites. It's still pretty much my favorite. And then they just went out of business, and they couldn't continue, and I was kind of gutted. Well, they're back. They're back. Check them out on Instagram. That's how I found them. So I contacted them, I reached out, and I was like, yay, you're back. And so they sent me some goodies to review. Two of the things that they sent me is some troublemaker inks, because they sell troublemaker. Troublemaker inks are based out of Philippines. Elia Note is based out of Malaysia. But they sent me petrichor and abalone, or abalone, however you want to pronounce that. And these go great in my Pilot Custom 823 or 912, sorry. I actually have abalone right now inked up in that 912. And then they sent me two notebooks. So they sent me a smaller all black plain notebook, and they sent me their larger red one. It's completely plain, no branding, which is dynamite. I flippin' love it. And you guys, they're Tomoe River paper. So that is their logo, Elia Note. And yeah, I am so excited. Tomoe River journal, it's white paper. They've made some changes to the layout of their notebook. So when I review that, probably within the next week or two, I will compare it to their old one in case you have ever had some experience with that. But those two notebooks and those two inks were sent to me. So thank you guys from Elia Note. That is fabulous. And then I had another pen sent to me from Benu, but it is not one of the regular ones you can buy anywhere. You have to buy this pen from Benu. It is one of their hand-painted models. You guys, this is probably the most gorgeous pen I have ever held in my entire life. So Benu reached out to me, probably because they know that I have a problem with including this briolette now. I have 6 Benu pens. This makes 7. I now have 1 briolette. I have 3 talismans and 2 euphorias that I have purchased with my own money. So yes, they sent me this one, but trust me, I am deep in the Benu game. And they sent me one of their hand-painted models. So this is the pen that I have Konpeki in right now. And I've been using it almost exclusively for the last week. And you guys, when I tell you, like, the close-ups of this in this review video, you guys are gonna die. Like, it is so pretty. It is so, oh God, it's so pretty. I love it so much. So yeah. There's only one thing I dislike about it, and I will get to that in the actual review. This will also be coming within the next week or two, that review. So bunch of stuff I bought, bunch of stuff I was sent. So spoilers, I guess you're gonna have a notebook and another pen review coming your way. But yeah, so those are the goodies that I bought. Let me know if you guys have a ink sample problem like me, because this is going to be my solution for reining in my problem. Not that it's like a problem, but like it's a problem. But guys, I appreciate you so much for watching. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'm just going to show a real clip a real quick clip of the ink sample colors, but hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the subscribe if you want to see more every Monday and Friday and the occasional Tuesday. Hit the link in the description for the Patreon account if you want to help support me and what I do here. But regardless, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. All right, so the samples are almost dry, so I will whip through them pretty quickly. So we've got Diatomentus Document Violet Purple, Pelikan Edelstein Adventurine, and we have Noodler's Dragonfire, which you can barely see any glitter in that. Lamy Blue, and the 2 Lamy Turquoise samples. So good to know that after, oh gosh, 5, 6, 7 years of ownership, the turquoise is the exact same from the sample to the bottle. So good to know that they haven't changed their formula, and mine hasn't gone bad. And then we have Diamine Earl Grey and Ancient Copper, and we have the 2 Troublemaker inks, Abalone and Petrichor. Oh yeah, and the Sailor 123. And then we have some Sailor inks here, the Ume Kuzu, and we got Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki, the Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo, Diamine Prussian Blue, Diamine Shimmering Sea, and Diamine Evergreen. Shimmering Sea is actually kind of nice, but I never used them except for with dip pens, so I probably won't use it that often. But those are the inks that I got. Big shout out to all my Patreon members. Let me know if you prefer this quick version or the older version where I went through one by one, but I appreciate all of you so much.